Hi. So it's Cena and Shar, and it is 2:22 in the morning, if you can believe that. I was coming down here to work on my new website, which I almost got it done. I'm getting pretty excited about that. But I was downloading like mad yesterday. It was so crazy. And one of the things, well, first, and it was at 4:44 this afternoon that I really got the download. So, I was watching Jasmine Sear. She's another card reader on YouTube, and she was talking about the divine masculine was lying that he got himself into yet another karmic partner situation, which I had already kind of been feeling because obviously being that we're twins, I could feel when he's like the last time he was here, he was worried about this girl and he kept leaving his shit open on my phone. And so, and then, he'd take off and then he'd come back and take off. And so right out of the gate, she said, because she's doing a whole reading, she's like, okay, I'm going to do divine male first and then I'm going to do the divine female. Right out of the gate, she's like, oh my God, he thought he was happy. And all of a sudden, I got this knot in my stomach. And I was like, what the fuck? How is it that I could possibly have a twin flame who could just continuously... is he a liar? I mean, of course he's a liar, but does he lie about having the connection? About reading cards, about ascension, all of that stuff. And he was good at reading cards, but he's really good at being a player. And so, but he's not my false twin, because no matter how much of a player he is, my spirituality is my spirituality, and I'm pretty rooted in it, and I have confirmation in a lot of different ways. So I really started getting worried about, like, holy fuck, what am I going to do? And what did I do to deserve this time around? Having a karmic partner that would just treat me so bad and, like, lie to me all the time and, like, try to make me look crazy in front of people while he was always off hustling and doing stuff. It was just crazy. And I was in love. I was so in love with him. It was so crazy, like, just being around him, smelling him, tasting him, everything, like everything about him. And I couldn't figure out, like, why any man could have somebody just be so totally, like, into them and find no value in that. Like, I couldn't figure it out, maybe a little bit of narcissism, I wasn't sure. So then I asked myself, I was like, what was that flash? What was that feeling of anger? Was it anger? Was it hurt? Was it jealousy? If the person you say you love is happy without you, wouldn't you rather be happy? Wouldn't you rather him be happy without you than miserable with you? I don't want him miserable with me. He's miserable when he's freaking miserable, right? And so it's really around a detachment. Now this is our second separation. And he always told me that he wasn't a cheater, but he really, from like the first time that we got together, like we were so in love, we had that whole bubble love. And then as soon as I gave in and I allowed him to do something very personal in my space, that night when we went out to dinner, he was already calling up his ex-girlfriend and sharing it with her, like he had gone there alone and he wanted to tell his friend, and that's what he played off as. She's my friend. Well, if she's your friend, why don't you introduce me? So then we broke up, and he actually went and got another girlfriend and lived with her for a while, and she ended up calling me. Turns out he even drove her by my house. Like, he liked to show off where he lives. So this time around, it's neither one of those two. He actually went and got another girlfriend who he actually brought to my house again, but I wasn't catching on. And I kept saying, okay, you know what? We're amazing when we're together. His energy is amazing when we're together and we're doing our stuff, when we're doing our spiritual stuff. But when we're not doing our spiritual stuff, it is fucking sucky. Well, it turns out that my energy was carrying us both. He really doesn't get it. The last time he left, he even tried to take my cards. He's already lost his deck. And none of these were red flags to me. But I'm not angry. That's the thing, because I started downloading, and what I got was, well, first I got how long we're going to be together, when we're going to die, and what that looks like. But there's always freedom of choice. And with the twin flame, it turns out, see, before all of this was going down, I was always been a card reader. I started getting into a few other things, but I kept being told, look into the Akashic Records, look into the Akashic Records. So I was looking into that, and it turns out that the Akashic Records, it's kind of like going to the doctors. You can get your Akashic, everybody on this planet, every single person, whether you're spiritual or not, has access to your own Akashic Records if you can figure out how to get to them. You can only access somebody else's Akashic Records if it pertains to you and your situation. And it turns out that this could have been our last time doing this. But it's definitely going to be my last time doing it because I've actually been doing the work. I've been doing the work the whole time. And so I was able to go in today to Akashic Records, and I just got hit with so much stuff, like I can't even get it all out. I can tell you that Sina Ansar, you can also look her up, or look me up, talk about myself in a third party like that. I have like 3 different accounts going here. I have like Sina Ansar, which is where I do my tarot on YouTube. Then I have Twin Flames, which I do tarot on YouTube too as well, but both of those are together. And so Sina, I had put a lock on that one, but I opened it up because I put the story on there because I figured out, I finally got told what my job was. Oh wow, see, I'm so excited. I finally got told what my mission was, like what my soul mission was. Like I finally get it. I finally got to, and every single thing that I've ever gone through in my life has led up to this moment, and I don't need my flame, who's really, really, really stuck in a loop that I can't even jump rope around. Like he had me thinking I was crazy. And the thing is that I love so hard, and I'm such a faithful person that I can actually go and find me somebody who wants to be spiritual and love me like that. And I get to be free of this. And I think there was a poem that something that went something like, let me see, I don't know if I even wrote it down. Something about, if you did the work and you tried, and your twin flame came to you and lied, then when it comes to, then he will get karma for 2, which will then absolve you. So basically what it was saying is that I've been doing my work, and so I get to be freed of all the karmic debt, like from all the lives behind us up till now. Like if I can continue doing my work and I can continue living in love, and I don't stray off the path right now, I get a fresh start, which is, that's in itself is a heavy burden. Like today I felt light all day today. You know, I have Steve Miller coming up, this concert that I'm like really excited about, and I was worried about my foot, but I'm healing it like an amazing pace right now. I think that 11-hour sleep that I had a few days ago just like really brought it in. So then I was asking, I was like, okay, well, if he's always allowing this energy to come together. Why do I have some non-belief? I couldn't understand when I was trying to teach him about, like, no, it's not about the person as a person, it's about the vibratory level, the energy. And kind of like a slow kid who tries, like, you know, who's in school and they're trying to keep up and they don't want to be embarrassed, like that they can't read or whatever. They'll like compromise, well, not compromise, they will what's the word I'm looking for? Compensate. They will compensate in other areas so that people don't catch on to that. So he never got it. And the last time he was here, which was on the 4th of July, and he had been here for, like, you know, probably 4 or 5 days, and that girl was texting too, like, where are you at? And she knew where he was at. She asked him, are you over at her house? And, you know, and he's telling me, like, this whole lie, crazy story. And this was like in a repeat of last summer. But last summer, I didn't know anything about twin flames. I just knew that this guy that I was actually not even really, like, he wouldn't have been my kind of guy anyways. Like, I could not figure out, here's this guy who I would not normally be attracted to at all. Like, he's totally not my type. I just found him amazing, and I loved him so hard. And then he freaking ghosted me. And I got so heartbroken, and I couldn't understand. And that's when I figured it. That's when I learned about the twin flames. So then I thought, okay, that makes sense, because I couldn't understand. So when he came back, I was like, oh hell yeah, this shit's gonna be good. You know, this is gonna be some good shit. We can get our love on now. And he literally, like, he gets a look in his eye, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's about to run again. And this last time I had even told him, I said, you don't have to fight with me. You don't have to start a fight with me to leave. You're a grown-ass man. Get up and go. But he literally had to start a fight with me so that it looked like he was, like, I was crazy and pushing him out. So, like, he's still playing that game. And I was so upset this last time around, going, what the fuck, Spirit, am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to stay on a spiritual plane, on a spiritual level, on a spiritual path? We have ascension coming. And what's really crazy about that is that I already feel like I'm already starting to see, like, the dimensions around me. I'm able to start seeing my energy, you know, my twin flame for consciousness, which, by the way, I'm going to change the name of that now, because I don't think that I'll be doing my work with my twin flame. It's sad. It is sad. I thought that I was going on one path, but I should already know better. I'm 45 years old, and every single time I think I'm going on a path. Not really. But what I'm about to do next is going to be off the chain, so you guys can stay tuned for that. But I know that I should sound upset right now, but I'm actually really excited at this at all this new information that I'm getting, because since I played fairly, I played fair. I didn't cheat. I didn't lie. You know, I fought hard. I fought crazy. Like, we fought. And that was another thing, too, is, like, people are like, oh, no, twin flame shouldn't fight like that. And I'm like, I understand, I know, but it's like he draws this out of me. And they were like, yes, he had to draw it out of you. It says that him and I are going to die 5 years apart. And I asked, well, why 5 years later? And because I chose to come down with my race, being a mixed race, with my memory erased of all other lifetimes, that at 45, 4 plus 5 is 9, I would be triggered to remember by BB, my twin flame. Like, he literally did the one job he had to do. He triggered my ascension again. You know, I was already spiritual. Like, the first boyfriend that I had, Mike Maisie, that one was a really tough breakup. That was like my first love ever, like that child, like, freedom, innocent love. And then I got married for 20 years, and I loved him. I loved him a lot. And he, like, totally, you know, and BB and I had such similar situations going on, which I call him BB as balanced being. He was called BBJ for bad boy, huh? You know, and really, I think you should stick with that, because I myself could be BB. I am turning into a balanced being, and I am part of that twin. You know, maybe I will keep things as BB. Who knows? We'll see. Anyhow, I loved him hard. Like, and I couldn't figure that out. I was like, how the fuck do I love somebody so hard that I'm not even my husband had me like that? I thought, okay, I had to be what they call digmatized. Huh. But it wasn't that. It was that he was really my twin. And he's going to be wrecked when he figures out that he literally had his person. And you know what? I don't have to. I don't have to. Yeah, if you did your work, I have to remember how it went. Something about, like, you know, if you did your work and your twin flame lied, then he gets both your karmic and you get a free ride. Something like that. It's just something crazy. So, in any event, I started downloading again. And, let me see. It's just so crazy. And so check this out. This is basically the book that my dad had given me this in 1997. And I wrote in it a couple times, you know, some grocery lists and whatever. But then when I got triggered about the twin flame thing, like, this started last summer. Like, literally, we are to the day, I think, almost, as when it started last summer. We went up to the mountains, and yeah, it was crazy. I was so heartbroken. I just didn't understand what was going on. And so, yeah, July and August, he has this pattern. And I couldn't, then this time around, I couldn't understand, like, knowing that he's my twin and that I have confirmation of it. Knowing this, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't sad. And I wasn't like trying to go out and do anything either. I was angry all the time. I was angry at first, but I was angry because he made me feel like I was crazy all the time. Like he would lay in bed with me and talk to me about things, and we would have an understanding about us and about the next day and about the people in the house. And then like as soon as somebody else walks into the room, everything we talked about just went out the door. And it was a big lie. Like our whole relationship to him was a lie. And there were other people in our household that I was like, the lick isn't getting what you can get out of this household stealing. The lick is the spirituality and the love. We used to have a saying, don't deny the house supply. And he pillaged that, but I can re-raise it again. Like I literally found out that I was carrying both our energies. And I can take it all back. And I'm putting this out there because one, he doesn't even believe in this shit anyway, so I know he's not even really ever going to see it. So I don't feel like I'm really embarrassing anybody. And, I don't really show who I am anyways, and I haven't said any names outside of, BB. But I think that there's other twin flames out there that are finding that ascension has happened and we are still here. What the fuck is going on? Like we're still here. We're still in the same, what seemed like to be the same spot, but it's not. Look up way showers. We're way showers. And we knew that we were going to come together with our karmic partners. With our twin flame partners to get triggered only. And that is a select group. Then they have the choice, if the other one catches on, to move forward together or not. But the one who came and did the work gets to continue forward without any of everybody gets to go because that's what we're doing. But anybody who's not with their partner right now going forward, then those are the people that are being left behind for other things. And I don't know that the job gets any much better after that. So I guess we'll see what happens. And I'm not even sure that I'm going to post this. I'm just venting right now, and it's really exciting for me, though. I might end up doing some cutting and pasting and something or whatever. But yeah, this whole time, I believed him. I thought he understood what we were. He even went, I had gotten my tattoo last summer when he was on the run. As we can see it or not. Let's see. There we go. Last summer when he was a runner. And when I got my tattoo, I said, you know what? I am so confident in my spirituality and in what I'm being told. I'm not confident that he's going to come back because, hey, everybody has free will. But I'm confident that I actually got to have love with my twin flame. That even if he doesn't come back, I'm still going to put this tattoo on. It's the first tattoo that I have on my body that people could see. Well, we both had tattoos in the same spots on our body before we met. And both of us said we'd never put another person's name on our body. And both of us said we'd never put it in a place that you could see it. And he did. He went to my brother Darren's tattooist even and got it. Everything we did was so ritual and so spiritual. And I think that he felt it, like the spirituality when he was with me, because my energy was carrying both of us. But as soon as he's away from me, it's like something clicks in him. And he can't catch on. And I kind of feel bad. I feel sad now because if I'd have known this so much earlier, I think I would have treated things a little bit different. I would have treated things differently. But he made me feel like I was crazy. And that, what he told me last time, I was just I swear to God, today is what, Friday? So I guess last Saturday, he's like, baby, I love you. I'll fuck you up with love if you let me. And when he said that to me, he was so fucking sincere. But then he wakes up the next day and thinks that he tells me things like, oh yeah, I got a picture of you with a demon in you. You have a demon in you. He tells me crazy things. But now I start to understand that he's literally taking my energy to fill up, kind of like a narcissist does. But this is a different kind of energy. There'll be nobody that can fill him like I did. But he won't ever get that again. But he'll have the ability to lie to himself out of it. I don't even know if he will or not. I don't think so. Yeah, no, it'll be a situation for him. I don't know what that looks like, but I know that I'm free, and I don't have to wait anymore, and I don't have to do it like I don't have to any of that. And I like dating, and I'll tell you what, I actually like dating a lot, and I have a couple of people have come back into my life. That I was wondering, like, what's this about? You know, I had one of my way early, like, junior high school boyfriends call me up. Oh God, and I missed them so much. We were together from like we all of us kids were together from like second grade all the way through high school, all the way up into our 20s. Like the last time I saw him, I had already had my son, and then we just like lost touch. And so, you know, I've been able to go out and visit, and that's fun. And but I didn't feel like I could do anything. Like, and it wasn't about like I couldn't do anything because I was being faithful to baby, but like literally my soul wouldn't detach. And every single person I ran into was like, you need to detach. He's a liar. That's just how he is. Even people that I thought didn't know, turns out that they know him better than me. Like my nephew, he told me all the time. Turns out he knew about the girlfriend too. So even my own family members were telling me, and but they have use for him too, I guess. I don't know. Wow, what a pickle he got himself into. I think it would have been so much funner to be in love and go camping and do spiritual stuff and be way washers or way showers and and live in bubble love and show other people how like they can make it through difficulties and have unconditional love and like be able to like Steve Miller says it, like how does that song go? I want to make the world go round. I don't want to live in a world of darkness. I want to live in a world of light. I don't want to live in a world that's heartless. I want to live in a world of sight. I mean, that is so beautiful. Like to be able to be in a venue of thousands of ascended people. And last year I didn't get it. Like I barely got it. Like I was just getting it last year at the last concert. But this time I'm excited. I'm ready. And what he didn't know is I'd actually bought 2 tickets because I wasn't going to buy him a ticket this year because of what happened last year, but I did. I bought him a ticket. And the seats that we ended up getting was 111 and 112. What? You can't make that up. And then I got Lauryn Hill tickets too. And those are 110 and 111. So I thought for sure this is a sign, like he's like totally, he's gonna get it together. Nope. But guess what? My son, he'll totally go with me to Lauryn Hill. And you know what? I will take a date. I think I will take a date to go see Steve Miller. I'm really excited. So I'm not gonna be rude or anything. I'm gonna just, you know what? He's off doing whatever he's doing. I'm gonna just pack all the. I went out and I bought boxes, brand new boxes, tape and all that stuff. And I'm just gonna pack up the stuff that I think he could take, and I'll probably keep some of the stuff that I think that I deserve because he stole my stuff pretty much every time he left. And I bought him a huge a welder because he's a welder, and he made this beautiful fence for my dad. But he'll use that against me too. I made you a fence. I'm like, no, I made my dad a fence. But, so rip it out if you want to. I don't know, whatever it is you want to do, but if the house will let you. Holy cow. I haven't felt free in a long time. And I really want to thank all of you guys for joining my YouTube. So I finally made enough watch hours. So now I just have to get enough people. So my goal, I think I had like 85 people today. My goal is to reach 100 by the end of the weekend. So I will put out energy shifts that are happening this weekend. We just had the I think we're still in the lunar eclipse of that moon right now. Between now and the next half solar eclipse, which is like next week or whatever, a lot of energy things are happening. I will put up, we're gonna have some classes. Me and my partner are working on some classes for the Divine Feminine that are going through a lot of the same things that I'm going through and a lot of the confusion around it. And so we decided that we were going to kind of put together something that the Divine Feminine can get together and have a sisterhood support. We'd planned on doing a Divine Male because I was like, oh yeah, no, for sure, he'll be here. Like he'll eventually be here, and he's good. Which is really crazy. It seemed like he was natural at it. Either that or he's like really slick, but. So there'll be some changes, and I think that I'm the first that I've heard of. So if anybody else has heard of this, that had this experience with their actual twin and not their karmic partner. Like, he's not my karmic partner. He's with a karmic partner now. He probably doesn't even get that he has a pattern. Like, he probably told her that his wife was crazy and that Stacy was crazy and that what's her face? Oh my God! And honestly, he left his Facebook open, and I thought, oh, you know what? He left it open because he wants me to see that he's not talking to Stacy and Chastity. But that's not it at all. He left it open because his girlfriend made him leave it open, and he doesn't have Stacy and Chastity on there because that's his girlfriend. But he doesn't have me on there either. So it wasn't even about me. Like, he literally does not get who he's with right now. Wow. But hey, it's cool. Everybody deserves love. You know what? Everybody deserves love. So, girl, go ahead. You got him. I'm cool with that. Now, I can't say that I'm going to be like all like super duper nice. Like, I'm just going to like put all of his stuff out on the porch and you can come pick it up. Probably not. Not like that. But he can work something out to come and get his things. And I just think that it'd probably be best if you just don't come over at all, you know? And now that I just said that too, I'm looking way back. Wow. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to put online because, you know, this is really putting myself out there. But but on the other hand, this is going to be a part of the website that I'm right now putting together. I almost have it together, man. Just so that you can see a little bit, in case you wanted to see, there's a little bit of part of it right there. That's the strength card right there. So, yep, I'm working on it. I just changed the name now, but that's okay. I'm totally cool with that. I've been working on that all day, you know, like just kind of change, because that was the other thing too, is that he would take all of his stuff, but all of my stuff was his. Like, what was his was his, what's mine was his. My passwords, my codes, my everything. Even when he left here today, or when he left here, he left BB and Tiny's Snack Shack on the fridge. Like, he put that in marker. So I answered it thinking that, okay, he'll be back, you know, in a week or two. Like he was tired the last time I saw him. I thought he was tired. But it turns out that no, it's all a game. It is all a game. So I'm going to be pretty busy for the next couple of days trying to get my website put together and trying to like just basically scrub my house of this situation. And I don't regret it though, because he really is my twin flame. And I literally got to make love with my twin flame. And that twin flame love, making love, it's off the chain. That it is ascension. It is ascension. And it's a mending and melding, and you can't fake that shit. You just can't fake it. You just can't, no matter what you do. And you can't repeat it or copy it either. So, you know, I'll probably never have that. I well, not probably. I'll never have that again. But I can, you know, good sex will be out there and good love will be out there. And I lived 20 years that way, and it wasn't too bad. And I feel actually really blessed that I got to have this experience. Because if I was going to have an experience with somebody who's going to totally lie to me and break my heart 1,000 times and use me and not give a fuck, I'm glad that it was my twin. Because it could have been a karmic that did that to me. And I really, really feel bad if that's a karmic that's going to end up doing it to him, because he thinks he doesn't give a fuck. And that he can go around treating people like this. But I think that he might, I mean, he'll be catching on. Ascension's happening for everybody, just not all at the same time. So with that being said, BB, if you do watch this, catch you later. I'll see you on the other side, and I'll pray for you and send you love. I'll send you energy when I have extra energy to send. Spyro, knock it out the box, girl. Keep that man. I thought your man was in jail and shit, but okay, whatever. And for all the rest of my soul family, let's get our ascension on. It's time to get this done. So I'm going to let this go for right now, and I will check back in. Peace.